Hello there, Dave here again. We are in the book of Numbers, trying to study through the whole book, just giving an overview of everything. Numbers chapter 3. This is, of course, the fourth book of Moses. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. So in chapter 3, you learn a lot about the priests, the Levites, their role, how Aaron and the line of the Levites and the line of Aaron is important and significant to the Israeli priesthood. Chapter 4 is the duties of the priesthood, the Kohathites, the family of Merari, Gershonites, how everyone's going to be doing their thing. Chapter 5, separating from sin, separation from the effects of sin, how important it is for us to realize the damage that sin does in our lives. I mean, really, we have to understand why it's so important that we don't sin. Like, why it's so important that we understand how sin basically has turned us off. You know, God cannot be in the same presence of sin. And yet, when his son died on the cross, he took all of our sin upon himself. He became sin for us so that we could have his righteousness. It's crazy, but it's amazing. I love that chapter. It's got the whole suspicion of sin, the law of jealousy. Chapter 6 is the vow of the Nazarite and its importance. Chapter 7, the gift of the 12 tribes, gifts to them, distribution of gifts. Chapter 8, lighting of the lamps, cleansing the priests and the Levites for service. All the priests are Levites, but not all Levites are priests. Chapter 9, keeping the Passover. There was a cloud of fire that followed them in the desert, and a cloud by day, and a pillar of fire at night, which of course would keep all the wild animals away. Certainly smelling all those sacrificed meats and everything would attract some attention from wild animals. So God did a good job at protecting his people and his camp at that point. Chapter 10, silver trumpets, departure from Sinai, finally getting on to the marching orders, departure for the promised land. Chapter 11, the people start complaining because, you know, we had it so much better in Egypt. And then God sends the manna. They were talking about the manna, the food, the difference between God's provision and their complaints to Moses. God answers the complaints of Israel and Moses and sends elders to help Moses and all that good stuff. God bringing Israel quail to eat. And chapter 12 is the Miriam and Aaron starting to kind of go, hey, why is Moses getting all the credit here? We should have a part as well. Mention of how humble Moses is. Vindication of Moses in there as well. And we'll do chapter 13 and on in the next video. Thank you so much for spending time with me and sharing in the Word of God. Hope you have a great day. God bless, and may peace come to Israel soon.